Well, hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. That's right. It's Miss B right here on eLationradio. That's right. Miss B is on eLationradio with 15 Minutes with Miss B. Every morning I'm coming to you to bring you something to think about that is not your normal morning inspiration, but I am going to be bringing it to you every day on eLationradio. This is Ms. B from Storm Talk 365, where you can find me and all of my podcasters at www.stormtalk365radio.com. I pray that as you join in, no matter what time of day it is, that you are enjoying your already great day, because it's what we think to be, it is. So I just pray that everybody far and near and far and wide and across the oceans, everywhere, because we are a global ministry. That's right. eLationradio is a global ministry. She can be heard on Positive Power 21 Christian Media with Jerry Royce Live. So that being said, everybody, what are we going to talk about today? I don't know. I think we're going to talk about reputations. You know, social media has given so many people a mask to wear, but they don't realize that the social media has something to do with their reputation. What in the world is a reputation? I don't know. Some of you are taking a stab at it and think, it's just what people think of me. Is it really all that reputation is? Is that really the only thing that reputation is? When we put ourselves out there on social media, we are establishing a social media footprint, and it follows us. You have people who are doing job interviews based on your social media, interviewing you whether they should have a relationship with you, whether you should have credit. Social media is really giving you a footprint to eternity, but you're using it as if it doesn't matter. Reputation is considered to be your good name. Do you have a good name? Do you care what your name is? This is a favorable and publicly recognized name or standing. Some of you really don't realize how public you are becoming on social media. And more importantly, some of you who are followers of Jesus Christ, who have confessed yourself as a follower of another faith, you don't realize the impact that you're having on people believing whether you are believing what you believe. What is a reputation? What does the Bible say about reputation? For those of you who are listening, I assume that you are faith-based, but if not, in the scriptures there are certain references about a man's reputation. Ecclesiastes 7:1. In case you're not familiar with that, there's something in the Bible for everything. But right now, reputation. A good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of birth. So in other words, what they're telling you is what you do before you die is greater than what people think of you before you're born. What are you doing with your dash? What's happening between the time that you're born, even though people celebrate, oh, we got a new baby, and then at the end of your earthly life, what have you done with that time? And in the biblical days, precious ointment, and even now if you're into essential oils and different things, precious ointment, you know, that was what they did, used for medicinal purposes. So if you had some precious ointment, you had something. But they said a good name is even better than that. What are you doing about your name, your reputation? I'm seeing a lot of things on social media. 2 Timothy 3:3-4. I see people quoting scriptures, and yet, I don't know. It is not just from the Christian faith. It's from other faiths that, you know, they are really, truly, sincerely involved with. But yet, 2 Timothy 3:3-4 warns us, even back in the days of compiling the scriptures, heartless, unappeasable, slanderous, without self-control, brutal, not loving good, treacherous, reckless, swollen with conceit, lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God. Now, this is what I'm seeing a lot of people doing on social media. Some people are posting other people's behavior on social media that's showing these things. Let me tell you, when you see people who are deliberately videoing and sharing it like it's, a Jerry Springer episode about people beating people up and killing people and burning down houses. I saw the saddest, well, not the saddest, I see a lot of it, but I try not to share it. But one situation where a woman was mad at her supposedly mate, I'm going to say, I don't know what kind of relationship they had, and people were actually out there videoing her, talking about her. She broke the window, poured gas can, went into their garage and poured gas in the window, lit it up. The house went up in flames. The person on the top floor couldn't get out, and it turned out the person that died was not even her boyfriend. So she burned down the house, killed the wrong person while people were videoing it. And instead of calling the police at the time, they went, oh, she's really going to do that. And then when the house caught on fire, I don't know if somebody finally did it, but you can hear the voices in the background saying, oh, we got to help them. Well, they waited until the house went up in flames and the smoke was coming out the window to say, well, we got to help. Then when they kicked in the door, what am I saying? Heartless people are out there doing stuff. Heartless people are out there condoning it, supporting it. Slanders without self-control. Man, there's so much stuff going on social media. You did that, you did this, and, really. And some of you go to church every day and know a couple of scriptures, but you are quick to talk about folks. What about your self-control? We know the tongue is the hardest thing, but what about you? What about your self-control? Are you able to control yourself when it comes to immorality? We're not talking about your personal destructive behavior. If you want to smoke drugs and all of that, but what about self-control when you want to lash out and become a participant in domestic violence or hurting your puppy or getting angry at work and cursing folks out and then tell them, God going to forgive me because he knows my heart. You're going to hear me say that a lot on my podcast because a lot of you are using that as an excuse. Brutal. I mean, man, I've seen people just beat up people for no reason, drag their children by the hair, get mad at people on the bus and jump on them, not loving anything good at all. Everything is, I'm going to do you in before you do me in. Being treacherous and reckless, really don't care how other people are impacted by your behavior. You breaking in cars and stealing them and wrecking them and going into houses when they're not home and ransacking them and just actually going up on the porch and stealing stuff from people. Do you know a lot of these people say, I'm a Christian and I believe in Jesus? What about you? What are you doing and yet say you believe in Jesus? Are you conceited, thinking you're all of that? Oh, I got my car, I got my job, I got my name brands, I got mine. You got to get yours. Lovers of pleasure rather than lovers of God. It's all about you, boo. You can go and do whatever you want to do Monday through Friday, wear the same club clothes on the church Sunday and think you're doing good, and stand up in the choir or sit in the pulpit with your iPhone still holding your head down. Yeah, child, I went to church. Wait a minute, it's 5 o'clock. I got to get myself together. I got to go to church. But what have you done with your life prior to that one service that you make sure you go to, or all the services you go to, but yet you're living contrary to what you're supposed to be? What kind of reputation are you creating for yourself as a follower of Jesus Christ? That's my concern today. People who don't have a relationship spiritually at all, they really don't care. But for those of you who are out there who are saying, yes, I go to church, I sing in the choir, I serve in this guild, I got this title, I'm Sister So-and-so, I got a video, I got a teaching book, I got all of this. But what kind of reputation are you giving yourself as a follower of Jesus Christ when you're acting contrary and you have these unpleasant traits? James 3:10-12, right around 10 minutes into the podcast. For the same mouth come blessing and cursing. Really? I've heard some of these people going on tours with other people being their armor bearers and assistants. Some of these people are out there preaching, teaching, and popping, sweating behind the scenes. They cussing you out, rolling your eyes, throwing things at you, acting like they divas and divettes or whatever you want to call them. And some of the men, oh, my goodness, they are just so controlling and inappropriate. But yet you want to speak in tongues and bless other folks. But Jehovah God, our Father, will use anybody to bless everybody. Don't get me wrong. This is not about you blessing other people and doing good. But what kind of reputation are you establishing for yourself as a follower of Jesus Christ? What about those people in your inner circle, in your camp? Are they respecting you? Are you getting the respect of strangers, but yet the people who are working with you are like, I can't wait to get away from this man. I don't care what. So your reputation is not always about the people that don't know you. How are you impacting people that know you? My brothers, these things ought not to be so. Does a spring pour forth from the same opening, both fresh and salt water? Come on, people. You stand up in the pulpit. You're in the deacon line. You're on the video doing all of this stuff, and as soon as you get out of sight, you're cussing your children out. You're kicking your dog. You're swearing at your husband or your spouse. You're at work acting a fool, but then you want them to come to church with you. They're looking at you like, really? Why would I want to do that? Look at you. You have road rage. You get into Walmart and like, I can't believe y'all taking so long to check me out. I got things to do. Really? Proverbs 22:1, a good name is to be chosen rather than great riches, and favor is better than silver and gold. Let me tell you about that. Y'all out here trying to establish a name for yourself to the unknown, where your reputation to the people that know you is like, okay, really? And some of the people that know you are overlooking it because of your fame or your popularity. We're going to talk about the fruits of the Spirit and the gifts of the Spirit eventually. But right now, right around 12 minutes into the podcast, I just want to let you know that your personal reputation not only represents who you are as an individual, but as a follower of Jesus Christ, a lot of you are the reason why people don't want anything to do with Jesus. Because you're constantly saying, yeah, I go to church, I'm a Christian, whatever, and you're acting worse than people who hate Jesus. And there are people out there who hate him, who don't believe in him, who disrespect him, who can't even understand why we're following him. And you're not helping because you're creating a negative reputation for yourself as a follower of Jesus Christ. What you do is not about you. What you do as a follower of Jesus Christ is about Jesus and how you're representing him. Stop disrespecting the cross. I said it. Jesus died on the cross and set us free. You've accepted him supposedly as your Lord and Savior. You're out there acting like anybody else out there that has no respect for him at all. What are you doing to respect the cross? Are you truly in a relationship with him, or are you just tag teaming him because he's a good PR person for you? It's really good to say that, oh, yeah, I'm a Christian. Oh, yeah, I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. I go to church. I belong to this denomination. I know some scriptures. Oh, yeah, I got a TV ministry. I'm all of that. But what about your personal relationship? What kind of reputation are you creating as a follower of Jesus Christ among the people who know you? I'm just saying, a good name should be chosen rather than riches. And a lot of you realize, wait a minute, hold up. If sister, brother, so-and-so in the hiccup community can do this, I can do. So what you do, you get online, you get your minister's license, create a nonprofit, learn some scriptures, and boom, you got your ministry. Then it's donate. Then you're invited to speak, and people are giving you love offerings. You are actually living off who you say you are, but you're not living who you say you are. Oh, I be watching. That's why I ain't trying to get out there, because I don't want nobody to say, look at Miss B. You know, I'm going to do what's within my limits. I'm not perfect. I don't feed you anything I don't eat myself. I'm working on me all day, every day. And I'm honest with that. But I'm not going to go out here and tell you how to lose weight when I can't stop drinking Pepsis and eating chocolate candy. Oh, what did I just say? I don't feed you anything I don't eat. I don't tell you how to do something that I'm not trying. I am trying to live according to my Father's will. That being said, everybody, this is Ms. B. We've talked about a man's reputation right here on eLationradio. 15 Minutes with Miss B. I really appreciate you joining me. You can find me at www.stormtalk365radio.com. Join us right back here every morning, 8 a.m. East Coast time, 9 a.m. Kim's time, and I really appreciate all that you do. Stay focused. Be blessed. Bye-bye, everybody.